That kid was actually retarded and had retard strength. Dude, you know the fucking like real thick fucking oakwood picnic tables that you see in parks and in schools and stuff like that that weigh like, I don't know, 400 pounds? I would squat underneath it, put my shoulders underneath the fucking crossbars that come from the middle downward, and get it wedged to where it was, centered on there, and I would stand up and walk around. I just shouldered a bitch. I wouldn't even hold it. I just shoulder it and hunch my fucking traps up to where it fills in the space. And I'd stand up and I'd walk around, and I'd be looking at the ground while I'm walking. So all everybody hears is "Get the fuck out of my way! This will hurt." Hey, look. Do you know how many times I got put in isolation though because the fucking staff members at places thought that I was preparing an escape or training to escape? And I'm like, no, I'm just trying to find ways to work out because I'm tired of using a deck of cards. And I was too. You take a deck of cards and you shuffle it, flip over three stacks. Your first stack is push ups, your middle stack is sit ups, your last stack is squats or dips or planks or whatever variation you want. Aces are 11, 2 through 10 is the number value, jacks are 12, queens are 13, aces were 25, kings were 13, 12 and 10, or 12 and 11 was queen and jack. That's how I did it. And whatever fucking card you flipped over on, say push ups or sit ups, you had to do that. And I would sit there and like add up how many I did, like I would count the cards and add it all up and write it down on a piece of paper. I got locked up by when I was 13, like a month after turning 13. I got locked up, and I didn't get out until the day before my 19th birthday. By the time I was 16, I'd done over 10 million fucking sit ups, push ups, dips, and squats. I had a whole book of fucking. I just had a whole book of fucking numbers. And at the very front page, it said push ups, dips, squats, sit ups. Everything had a column, and the column continuously went from page to page. Yeah, I went into I went into basic as a PT stud. I went in as a freak, but I looked chubby. Hell, even now, if I was to do a push-ups, I would do 10, but it would take 30 seconds to go down and touch my chest, and it would take 30 seconds to go up to full extension. And I would do them slow and controlled like that. I would only do 10 though, because 10 is sufficient. I promise. Well, if you can even get to number 10. Like if you. Well, most people do. Even power lifters, they do too. But if you. So when I go swimming, I train then. I do my training then. But I don't. I mean, swimming's easy. I can swim all day and not get out of breath. The lake that I go to from the boat ramp to the other side of the lake and back is like a mile and a half, mile point six, something like that, just a little over a mile and a half there and back. And I'll swim it and won't even be out of breath. But if I ran 100 feet, I'd be breathing like I was fucking, I wouldn't be able to breathe. Well, see, when I go swimming though, I'll release all of the oxygen. Well, no, like when I'm swimming, I'll release all of the oxygen out of my body. I'll blow out as hard as I can. So I have zero oxygen and zero buoyancy. And I will go set on the bottom for as long as I can. And even whenever like I'm dying for air and like, I'm sitting there, just because I'm doing that doesn't mean that I'm done yet. Like until everything starts going black, I ain't coming up. and I train my body that way. I oxygen deprive my muscles. So, oh, dude, I oxygen deprive my muscles when I work out anytime. I'll put on a fucking mask and like jump on a treadmill if I'm at a gym and fucking sit there and yeah, high altitude fucking oxygen, or high altitude places is low oxygenated anyways. If I had a hyperbaric chamber, I would sleep in that bitch every night to increase my white blood cell count to make oxygen delivery to my body easier. I mean, I don't know, I've been a PT freak my whole life. Even though I smoke cigarettes, I bet you I'm stronger as an ox, and I could probably jog all day long. I can't sprint. Sprint's what kills me. I could jog all day long because that's not cardio, that's musker. I don't need to breathe. I don't need oxygen. You know, I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna like I can deal with the little bit of oxygen I would be getting from being fucking no cardio at all, but muscle wise, yeah, I'd be fine. I'd have enough oxygen for my body to do it. Shit, my wife met me while I was like in PT shape. And even she will tell you I jogged at 20 miles an hour. Hell, I had to slow down to 20 to be able to keep up with her in the fucking trailer park because the speed limit for a vehicle in the trailer park was 20. Yeah, dude, I jogged a whole trailer park, bro, and I had to slow down my jog just to like stay beside her. Obviously, I can't jog that hard now. That was like even then that was still a heavy jog, but I only ran like that. I'd never sprint because if I sprint, I'd gas. That's a fucking power walk, let me tell you. That is a power walk and a half. My man's like long-legged walking. What are you doing? Why do you look so weird? I'm not trying to run. Doctor told me I couldn't run, so. Oh my god, I could hear it now. I could hear it now. You sitting there walking down the street like that, and somebody goes, "What's wrong with him?" And somebody else goes, "I bet he did drugs and forgot how to run." That man's got one hell of a trip going on. See, I don't even know how fast I walk, but I walk at a 30-inch step. And that's thanks to the military. I can't help it. I can't break that habit. It's so efficient, bro. It's an energy efficient and everything. When I run at a 72-inch step. Well, I mean, you could do it digitally, or you can track how long it takes you to run somewhere, how long it takes you to walk somewhere, and then do the math. That's what they had us do in fucking basic, and I don't remember how to like do all that. That was hard. I would much rather have done the digital option where I have the camera do it and it fucking like measures out my step. But no, a 72-inch step at 5'10" is my optimal fucking step range when I'm running. Foot placement, you know. That way I can conserve the most energy while expending the most amount of speed possible, which is how I was able to maintain a 20-mile-an-hour jog all day because I was taking a 72-inch step, and that's a big step, bro. Like I'm telling you, that's a big step, but it didn't feel like it. Nah, people tell me I look like a chicken when I'm running because my head bobs back and forth. Like literally my head fucking, like if you're doing the Egyptian fucking dance, that's how my head would move running. But every time my head would go forward, you'd see an arm and a leg. I don't know, my mama tells me and my stepdad we walk fast. So Me and my stepdad are tall, but my mom's 5 foot, so she's kind of she. Bro, have you ever walked with really short steps? Take a midget step size, you know, like how far a midget's legs would move. Man, you walk so fucking fast. Are you tired? Are you hungry? Do you want some hamburger meat and baked beans? Mm-hmm. You want it cold or you want Daddy to heat it up? Heat up? Alright. I don't know. Look, Daddy go give you a bow. Do you want applesauce? I'd rather give you applesauce than fucking meat and beans, because you ain't gonna eat the meat. I don't know why, but my 3-year-old seems to be vegetarian. Not vegan, she loves eggs, but nah, bro, like she just looks at meat. Whenever you give her meat, she'll go, ew, no, that's nasty. But you put eggs or something like that in front of her, she'll eat the fuck out of those. Fat ass. Joe, you want to know the one place I could never work? I can never have a job at? Krispy Kreme or Dunkin' Donuts or a donut place. Nah, bro, my fat boy come out around donuts so bad. Like, you see, people like cookies and stuff. Nah, I don't really like sweets at all, unless it's fruit. You know, fruit or veggies. I love that, but I'm not a big candy person. I'm not a big sweet person either. Hell, I prefer unsweet tea over sweet tea. But when it comes to when you leave donuts around me and you ain't watching me, you ain't gonna have no donuts. Like none. Like I don't care if I like the taste of the donut or not. I'm gonna eat the donut because it's a fucking donut. I can't help it. It's a donut. I don't understand it. Yeah. Donuts is my thing, but probably because I'm such a fucking health nut. Hell, my daily diet, even now, consists of meat and vegetables. Every night, I have meat, corn, green beans, peas, mashed potatoes, sometimes some fried rice. That's what my diet consists of. But I have tons of fruit and vegetables. Tons of them. Hell, there's sometimes that I just, like, I don't want to eat meat either. Can't stand the taste of it, the smell of it, or nothing. I just don't want it. My body's like, no, that's fucking disgusting. And even now, I only eat 1 meal a day. But my 1 meal a day might consist of like 7,000 calories. And I don't work out at all. Like, at all. My metabolism's just like sky high. I weigh $163. I weigh 163 pounds. Yep. Because I quit working out. I no longer work out anymore. Like, the muscle mass is gone. The strength is still there, but the mass is not. If I was to start working out again every day consistently, I would put on probably 20 pounds of mass, and it would just be my muscles filling back out. The biggest I've ever been was in, like, at the end of basic training, and I was 200 pounds solid, and I was not fat. I looked like I was, a fucking monster. And just, you looked at me and you're like, yeah, there's no fat on you. But I'm not ripped. You don't see abs and shit like that either, you know? Hmm. No, see, I ain't. 203 is the heaviest I've ever been, and that was muscle. Hmm. So this time last year, I was 187, 190-ish. If you're bulking, you're not gonna cut weight. For me, it's like 5 to 7,000. For me, 5 to 7,000 calories a day is normal. It's not bulking. If I want to bulk, I'm gonna have to eat probably around, I'd say 10,000 calories every day for me to go on a bulking, for me to actually be able to bulk. Because, like I said, around 15, 20 pounds is going to be just muscle mass coming back from muscle memory. It's not me putting on any muscle. So, yeah, I'd have to eat probably 8 to 10,000 calories a day, every day, to even start bulking. No, I am hungry 24 fucking 7, bro. I can go to a Chinese restaurant and eat an all-you-can-eat buffet, and I can put away so much food with chopsticks faster than you can with a fork and a spoon. I'll eat you with a pair of sticks, and in like an hour later, I'm ready to go back and eat just the same amount. It don't matter where I go to. You know how people say they hate eating Chinese because they're hungry right after it? I can go eat at Red Lobster and I'm hungry right after. No, that just depends on you. Yeah, if you're doing compound movements like picking up boxes in a warehouse, sorting mattresses, you know, stuff like that, then yeah, you're gonna be fucking exhausted. Compound movements. Oh, are you on Warframe right now? Yeah, okay. Wipe it off. You got it on there. Why your PP ain't small enough? It's average for a white guy. You said you black? I mean, Six. I guess you could say it's average for y'all too. I don't know. I'm bigger than that, so I'm a freak in more than one way. I'm not the best person to ask what a good dick size is for a black dude, because, well, my battle buddy sent me a dick pic in a drunken state after I come home. So I sent him a dick pic back, and he sent me a PS4 with 3 months supply of PSN to keep my mouth shut. That poor boy. Yeah, well, the caption in the picture said, "This is what a black dick's supposed to look like." Well, I mean, he was just, yeah, he had an Asian dick for a black dude. That poor boy got made fun of even in basic. Did you get that picture? On PlayStation? I sent it from my phone. That was me when I graduated basic. If you notice, my phone looks like it's miniature, but it's not. It's a normal size phone. It just looks miniaturized compared to me. Yeah, I sent it from my phone on PlayStation. Well, I created a group with you. Yeah, that was me when I graduated basic. It's a normal sized phone in my hand. Now imagine what happened or imagine what it looked like when I flexed. That's the muscle mass I will gain back. That's not going to be added muscle. This is just going to be muscle mass that comes back. That's why I don't work out no more, because I wouldn't gain nothing from it. Well, I just... No, it's not. It's what you make it. If you want it to be a pain in the ass, it's going to be a pain in the ass. If you want to go into it having fun, it's going to be fun. Man, you want to talk about hurt? Do 3,000 calf races. And then talk to me the next day after you go to sleep and wake back up. I did that. I'll never do that again. I did that once. You want to talk about hurt? Boy, they gave me crutches in jail because I couldn't walk. I couldn't put weight on my feet because my calves hurt so bad. And they gave me crutches, not a wheelchair. They could have gave me a wheelchair, but they was, nope, you did it to yourself. Here. I'll tell you what, I ain't ever cried before just because I had to walk down the hallway to the fucking cafeteria so I could go eat my lunch. I've never done it since either. I was literally did. By the time I got to the cafeteria and sat down, I was sitting there. I was hurting, boy. Let me tell you, I did 3,000 calf races. And then I was like, that's enough for today. I was just bored. Yeah, bruh. It took me like 45 minutes to do 3,000 calf races. You should have seen me just bouncing for 45 minutes straight. I didn't slow down. I started at max speed and I ended at max speed. And when I ended, I was sweating and I was tired. And that's enough for today. Yeah, that was enough for like 2 weeks because it took me a week to recover. And now if you look at my fucking calf muscles, you're like, God damn, dude. They just ain't ever went back. They're still fucking just sculpted. I sculpted them bitches off of one day, and it hurt. I'll never do it again. I would not recommend it. Not at all. I would not recommend it. You are not gonna be able to walk for like 4 days. You say it's worth it, and it really is in the long run, but I'm just saying, you're gonna fucking wake up tomorrow and cry as soon as you twitch your leg. Not even walking, you're gonna cry as soon as you twitch your leg. You're gonna be like, fuck no. You're gonna look at yourself in the mirror and go, you're a fucking idiot. Why did you not listen to him? Because I looked at myself in the mirror and said, you are a fucking idiot. Why did you do this to yourself? Oh man, that wasn't even my limit. That's just, hell, even now I could probably do it. But I gotta walk around. I got kids. I can't afford to be laid up in bed because I can't move my legs. I did 3,000 fucking crunches. I was locked up in a fucking group. Well, no, I was locked up in a group home, and we was all snowed in. There was like fucking 3 foot of snow on the ground outside. Like the staff members that left after their 8-hour shift and went home to their families, they was snowed in with us for like a week. And like 3 days in, we was bored and had run out of shit to fucking do, and was starting to get a little rowdy. And the staff members like, "Hey, who wants to work out as a group?" Hell, every one of us popped our hands up. And we got to crunches and calf races, and I did 1,000 calf races and stopped. I was the last one in the group to stop. And then crunches, I was the last one in the group to stop too. But there was another dude trying to out crunch me, and he finally gave out. When he gave out is when the fucking staff member's like, you need to stop. It's done. We're done with crunches. No more crunches. Yeah, I did crunches for an hour straight. That boy, hey, he did his damnedest. You want to talk about not being able to set up the next day. High numbers like that is not recommended. Anything past like 500 is not recommended. 500, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it plenty, but 3,000 is the best number ever. It's also the most painful number to achieve. Push-ups, I'm not even gonna try it. I'm not doing 3,000 push-ups. I'm not doing it. Kiss my ass. I'm smarter than that. I like my arms. I like to play video games. I'm gonna say fuck no on that. Do your 3,000 calf raises first. Just do those first, and go to sleep, and then get up, and then decide if you want to do another set of 3,000 of anything. Just do the first set of calf raises first, before you decide you want to do another set of, or another muscle group set. If you want to talk about supersetting, this is supersetting. I hope you stretched your calf muscles out. Probably not.